What's up, S Rankers? My name is Jasmine,
And I'm Quentin.
and this is S Rank Reactions, where we react to everything anime and more. So, Winter Anime jumped this season, jumped off at a high level, I felt. So, we're going to get right into it. For week one, we pretty much watched, I want to say 17 or 18 anime, new and recurring. So, we're going to get right into the first one. How did you feel about Sentenced to Be a Hero?
Sentenced to Be a Hero was I actually thought it was really good. It was a lot of action.
Mm-hmm.
Some funny characters. Can't remember the little dude's name. The
Dota.
klepto Dota.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a little klepto, but I'm interested to see how this plays out. It's funny because they feel like the heroes are scum of the earth.
Yes.
And it's like they're risking their lives to save y'all. And the knights were just super ungrateful.
I felt like they did my boy Xylo so wrong.
Mhm.
We actually got the answer to what we were looking for when we watched the trailer, as far as what happened and
The-
how he got sentenced.
The
to be a
ending of
hero.
this pissed me off.
Yes,
The ending of this
absolutely.
pissed me off.
It pissed me off.
So,
You get that sense of the government that should be there for the people is not really there. They're serving their own agenda,
mhm,
which is kind of as usual.
mhm.
But I really enjoyed this. I can't wait for episode 2. We really enjoyed it. I feel like the animation to this was beautiful.
Yeah, it was excellent. And
Mhm.
to jump off as a brand new anime with an hour episode is brave.
It was,
so-
but I wasn't bored. It was action packed.
No.
We still got a lot of story with it, and it was like I was literally kind of on the edge of my seat watching.
I mean, 2 seconds into the episode, you got Dota, hauling ass to get away from, one of the what are they called?
Fairies, yeah.
Like, so this I think is going to be one of the better new animes, and I'm definitely looking forward to episode 2.
I agree. I think it's going to be a top of the season for sure.
Mhm.
Next up we have Dark Moon.
Okay, so looking back on this is giving like Twilight kind of vibes, but
It is, but
it was pretty dope. I think this is going to be a kind of a anime more on the funny side.
yes, I feel like
You
it's
know.
going to kind of fly under the radar just a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's not, I guess it's still going to, it seems like it's still going to be forward with the action and the fighting, but it
Mhm.
seems like it's more about the characters and how they fit into the society, whether they're vampires or werewolves.
Yeah. I mean, we got to learn more about the main character. She definitely has some super strength, and I'm thinking she a vampire, or there's something
gotta
to
be
do
something.
with it. She's something.
She did lifted those box of weights like it was nothing.
Yeah, and then she was holding the bed above her head, and So this is definitely. I'll say this though. This might have the most fire intro
of the
season
Yes.
because that like little boy band intro and that is fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
1 in a million. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I could get with this.
Then they got 'em-
y'all know I love a fire opening.
then they got them walking to it.
Yeah.
In the video. Yeah, I was like, but this I didn't think I was gonna actually care about this, but I really enjoyed it. The first
Okay.
episode. So
I think for me, I was thinking it was going to be something completely to where it was not. To me, from the look of it, I was thinking maybe it would be closer to maybe like a Castlevania type of deal. But I'm not mad at the avenue it took at all. You're getting to
absolutely
learn the
not.
characters, and I'm enjoying it so far.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a slice of life with a little bit of mystical and
Yeah.
fantasy element to it. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah. Next up, Fire Force.
Okay, so Shinra waking up with the blonde hair and the tattoos. I was like, what is going on? Like, I could tell it was Shinra, especially because of the teeth.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what happened to my boy's hair? Like,
I actually got a spoiler about that, and I was so mad. I'm like, can y'all give us like 24 hours before
Yeah.
y'all start? Like, the episode hadn't even dropped yet. And
Mhm.
I'm like, can y'all give us 24 hours before y'all put the snapshots out there? But I'm glad to see that they're back. I'm glad to
Absolutely.
see the Obi's home in the 8th.
Mhm.
I cannot remember his name for the life of me, but it's the creepy scientist. The way he flew
I
in
forget his name too.
from the sky.
Yeah.
I was cracking up. I was like, where'd he come from?
Yeah. It was nice to see Sister, and like
Mhm.
you get a little more feeling of like who she is and how she's like, no, Shinra, I know that mistake wasn't you and
Right.
everything. So I thought this was a good episode. I know
Mhm.
it's a lot slower than a lot of people like. We're getting a little bit more story,
Mhm.
but I'm definitely interested. I know there's gonna be some action. It's Fire Force, so
Yeah. And I
we'll see
always
where it goes.
love the banter and the connection between Arthur and Shinra as they kind of play off each other. But
Hmm.
I felt like this time we got to see how Arthur really knows Shinra. So he could tell during the time when Shinra
Yeah,
wasn't really
yeah,
kind of, I guess, conscious, we can say.
yeah. Literally, when he
Um
woke up, Arthur was like, "Oh, he's back."
Back.
Like
Yeah.
the original's back, and they're like,
Mhm.
"Huh?" And it was like, "Yeah." It was
Yeah.
like Arthur knows. So,
Yeah.
all right, what else?
So up next, our girl Freerin, Fern, and Stark are back. And you said something during this episode when we were watching it, and I agreed with you. Did we have trouble connecting with Freerin because she was a more laid back, passive type of character? Slightly, I don't want to say boring, but it came off that way in the beginning, to be completely honest. Or is it just because we didn't care? We didn't know enough to care about her first. And I
Hmm.
think it's the latter. I think we did not know enough about Freerin to really truly care about the story in the beginning.
Yeah. So, what exactly I said was, once we got to learn the characters, then we cared more about the adventure.
Hmm.
I would say if you watched our first episode, we said we actually didn't care about Freerin, and we didn't actually like the first couple episodes.
Hmm.
And I know there was a bunch of people that was like, "Oh, the first couple episodes was this, they was that." Okay, we didn't enjoy them.
At first.
This episode had little to no action,
Right.
but we are now to the point to where we care about the characters
Mhm.
and we understand the characters. And once you get to understand the characters, it makes this anime. You really get to appreciate how great this anime is.
Right.
And I think this episode of Freerin was so great to see the backstory and get to see how Freerin feels about Stark and how she
Mhm.
feels protected, and how Stark is kind of like, she felt like he couldn't be himself in the group because it was two girls, and
Right.
so she gave him a chance to leave, and he's like, no, I ain't going nowhere. He's like, she didn't force me. I wanted to be here.
Mhm.
And I think that's what makes the dynamic of these three so great.
Yeah.
Now that we understand them, we understand their personalities. You got to see Fern,
Yeah.
how she takes care of the gifts that they gave her, because
And I
she's
love
like,
that aspect because you really don't, not to cut you off, you
Mhm.
don't really get to see much of a personality from her either.
Right,
So you get to see her cherish the things that
was
they've
given to
given to
her.
her.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
she said because she didn't have a lot growing up,
Mhm.
so she cherishes those gifts. But I feel this episode did a great job of showing the depth of these characters.
Yes.
And to me, the writing is so great in this anime
Mhm.
that I just love this first episode.
I agree. I really enjoyed it. Can't wait to see episode 2. Next up, we have the Holy Grail of Eris. This one was unexpected for me. I
Hmm.
wasn't actually sure where it was going to go. So in this anime here, Constance Grail is betrayed by her fiance's lover and sentenced to public execution. And as she tries to basically clear her name, she asks for help from a mysterious woman, and she ends up letting them into the party that she was having when she actually gets accused of this sentencing, and that woman ends up coming in to help her. So how did you feel about this one?
Yeah, so to start it off, we actually end up, I think the very first scene is pretty much the execution
Mhm.
of this woman. I believe Scarlet is her name, right?
Yes.
Okay, so of Scarlet, who is believed to be a witch, and she kind of curses the land.
Mhm.
And there was a little girl, who I guess kind of got through the line and ended up a little too close to the execution.
Which is our MC, Constance Grail.
Yes,
Yes.
and you know, so it skips forward, and Constance is going to a party, and she sees Scarlet standing out, like you said, and she
Mhm.
lets her in. Basically, she like it was said, she ends up being portrayed, and this gave me a lot of uh, may I ask one final thing vibes at
Right.
first. You know what I mean? The princess coming in and then pretty much being embarrassed in front of everyone. But I kind of like the way they did this with you know, her asking anyone for help, and Scarlet like, "Are you sure you want my help?" And
Right, because it comes at a cost.
yeah, and come basically takes over her body and tells everyone off. Doesn't whoop them like Scarlet from May I Ask One Final Thing, but told everyone off.
Yes, absolutely. She spilled all the tea
Mhm.
of the high society that was in the room. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes moving forward. I'm assuming, they'll be able to speak to one another,
Mhm.
both Constance and Scarlet. So we'll have to see what happens through the society as
Well,
the story continues.
when she woke up,
That's right.
she was sitting in a chair across from her.
Right. But I'm
And
saying like that inner dialogue
oh
thing.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, we definitely have to see how this plays out.
Mhm.
But I thought the first episode was kind of dope. No complaints. Is this I'm not saying I can't wait for the next episode, but I'll definitely watch.
Oh, yeah.
So if that
Yeah, I'm
so
I'm still interested to see, what happens next. Do I think I think this is also probably going to be one of the ones that is a little bit underneath the radar. It's going to be like a more of a if you know, you know. But I think for the first episode, it came out good, strong, and I'm excited to see. I actually am excited to see what's next for this one. Because this one has, from how it started, it has the potential to kind of go higher. So I want to see that for sure.
mhm.
Up next we have Roll Over and Die.
Okay, roll over and die.
I will fight for an ordinary life with my love. And all these anime have if it doesn't have a long title, it's
Mhm.
like if it doesn't have a long title.
Yep.
But yeah, so Roll Over and Die. This one, I was interested from this by the trailer.
Mhm.
When I seen the trailer, I'm like, hold up, we gotta watch this. So episode 1, what did you feel about it?
Uh, I thought this was actually pretty decent.
Mhm.
Um, some dirty people in this town they live in.
Yeah.
What was she? She was like a one of the chosen heroes or whatever, but she really didn't have a power.
Right. She was
And
basically chosen for her strength,
yeah,
which is none. And
right,
so her power is actually the ability of reversal. So with the party that she was with, they couldn't really understand her value within the party that she was with in the
right.
beginning. And then so they basically end up selling her out.
They sold
And
her into slavery.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what was my next thing, like
sold her
into
into
slavery, which is crazy.
yeah.
That's a crazy way to
Yeah.
open up an anime.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
hey,
but the
you out.
slaver he didn't even want to like sell them. He had
Mhm.
these people trapped down in a dungeon, and he's like, "Oh, y'all ain't worth nothing."
Mhm.
And he dropped some zombie kind of ghoul kind of things down in there with him,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then
was
gave
like,
him
"Oh yeah, go ahead, fight for your life."
right. And the only tool that he gives them is a cursed sword.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the first guy, you're like, okay, maybe he's gonna save the day, even though, we seen Flum, which is the MC, we figured, it would be about her story. He instantly touches the sword and like disintegrates
Oh,
and
his
melts.
skin just fell off the bone.
Everything melted.
Mm-hmm.
So, long story short, she basically is faced with, do I fight for my life or do I just stand here and die?
Mm-hmm.
So Flom grabs the sword and she fights and she ends up bringing someone out of the dungeon with her. So this one for me, I'm kind of hype on. I want to see where this goes. Now that we know how her power of reversal actually works, I'm wondering how this will affect them moving forward, because they have the brandings of the slave marks
Mhm.
on them, and so they're going to be looked down upon. I'm assuming that they'll try to establish a party or something of that
Mhm.
sort So,
Yeah, I mean, she knew what her power was, but she
mhm.
didn't know how to use it.
Right.
So she didn't realize that she would be able to hold that sword.
Mhm.
And so that was interesting to see. Yeah, I'm interested to see her character development. Because she went from, in that one episode, basically a scaredy cat,
Right.
to, oh no, I can do this. So,
Mhm.
I'm definitely interested to see how she progresses and how she uses her power. And I want to see her get back. Cause
Absolutely.
that dude was a hoe for selling her into slavery. Like that was some whole hoe stuff. Like,
Yeah, and you notice that he did it. Like he basically had the whole made it seem like the whole party was against her, and
hmm
that was not the case.
right.
He basically did it when the
That-
people that Sheep Flum was closest to was
yeah.
not around.
And then told them, oh well, she chose to
Just
go
leave.
back home.
Right.
Like, yeah, nah. So
That was definitely some hoe shit.
yeah. So,
Definitely crazy.
mm,
Uri Shinden Samurai Troopers. This one I was not understanding what I was going to get with this one, honestly, because I honestly felt like it was Go Power Rangers. It gave me that vibe at first, but I was like, I was pleasantly surprised. I'll let you start with this one.
I think this one really caught me by surprise because I thought, remember when we watched the trailer, we was like, oh, is this kind of like a mech? And
Mm-hmm.
this ended up being excellent.
It was good.
I
Really good.
really enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
They was really kind of throwing hands, and this is a lot more gory than it gives off the appearance of.
Yeah, you get the feeling, like I said, of
Of
Power Rangers
yeah.
coming together to save the day. They're going about the business. That's not what's happening here.
No, they was
Oh,
catching bodies.
This one had the best moment that I feel like of the first week. This demon came out whistling and singing, killing everybody.
yeah.
I was so excited when I seen that. I was like, oh.
He came out the portal whistling to the beat, and dude's like, "Who are you?" And he took his whole head off. I was like, "Oh!" So yeah, this was it was definitely a surprise. I really enjoyed this.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely one I can't wait for the next episode.
Yes, I want to know more about the demons and how I want to know more about them, and because we know from the trailer that this is them coming back
Right.
after
1,000 years.
after 1,000 years
Yeah.
to basically get their revenge. So I want to know more about that backstory, and I kind of also want to know, like, were they human at one point, and maybe they became demon. I don't know nothing, so if y'all know, don't give me no spoilers, but let us know what you thought about this one, because I was pleasantly surprised. And I'll be honest, when we did our trailer on this one, I was kind of like, okay. I was like, we'll watch it. But
So the trailer looked like, I was like, okay, that's something I'm gonna watch by myself. Like, what was it? The Go-Go.
Oh,
I can't remember.
the one with the
It was like the fake Power Rangers.
yes.
Yeah.
But you never asked me to watch that one anyway.
You
just
said
watched it.
you weren't interested, so I did. I watched it on my own.
He
So
probably watched like 4 episodes and then asked me.
no. Anyway, I thought this would be like that, and then when we actually watched it, I was like, "Oh, this is way deeper." Like, yeah,
Mhm.
no, this is definitely can't wait for this.
Yeah, and then
Come
there's
back.
I feel like there's a lot of betrayal in this one too. There's a sub hero underneath the big heroes. I'm like, how y'all have people out here doing your dirty work? Why ain't y'all out here fighting?
And then we found out the one hero, he came back and he killed everybody, and then you're like,
Everybody.
oh, he's actually the hero. So I definitely, it left us on a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
So gotta see definitely what comes up next.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
That one was definitely good. I really enjoyed that one. That one of the new anime is definitely one that I'm gonna make sure I keep on track and tune into. Speaking of our continued anime, I'm going to jump over to Jujutsu Kaisen. I actually read the manga for this part of the arc. I didn't read the entire thing. So I want to say I probably will end up have read maybe like the first like 3 episodes maybe. It was good to see that Yuta wasn't back to really handle Yuji.
Yeah, I was a little mad at first. I'm like, what is you doing? I'm like, come on, bro. Like, you know how they are.
You
Then
didn't read this one?
No, I didn't.
So you bought it and then didn't read it?
I don't have all the way up to this far. I only got like
How
the
did
first.
I read?
I only
Oh,
got,
I
you
read
was reading on your
my
phone.
tablet. On my tablet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm about to say I
yeah.
only got like the first couple of. I got like 0 through like 4 or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, like I was like, I'm like, come on, Utah. Then, hey, your one boy, I don't even remember his name, the blonde dude.
Oh my goodness.
I was hating him the whole episode.
I
But then
want him to die.
when
but
he was giving hands and he pushed his hair back while
he
still
gave
punching,
Chozo those 1,000 punches.
man, I was like, oh, he's actually dope.
I was like, oh, he's like that, but I still want him to die. And I absolutely love all the memes that have come from this, from the other anime. One of my favorite, you know, my girl Mau Mau throwing something at Jinji. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did.
But there was a ton of them. But I was like, I love how that frame was so diabolical.
It was.
To push your hair back in the middle of fighting somebody is crazy work. Like that is crazy work.
They always do their big one with JJK. It every time. Even remember they was jumping Mahito.
Yes.
And everybody was doing the fight back. Like that became a huge meme. When in the movie when Gojo was giving dude hands, like that became a their hand to hand combat is S tier. So, you know, of course this came back with the heat as you expect from JJK.
Absolutely.
You know, so there's a reason it's been a top anime, and what else is there to say?
You know what? Well said. But yes, I can't wait to watch the next episode. On the list next, we have My Hero Vigilantes.
Okay.
How was you feeling about the beginning of season 2?
Okay. So
season 2, right?
Yeah, season 2. So were they off at like a little con kind of thing? Pop Step was doing her
performance.
Yeah, we kind of got a hint into who the new villain is.
Yes.
I kind of thought it was going to be the girl in the crab suit. Then you find out she's undercover.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh crap. Okay, well, hold on. Who is it? And,
right.
But I thought this was a decent episode. It was okay. I think it got lost in the shuffle of all these new anime coming out, and they came out with some heat. But I thought it was a decent episode.
I agree. I feel like it's going to be that as well for me. It's probably going to be middle, or when we're not doing too much or kids are around or whatever, we'll probably throw it on just to finish the season. But I still want to see how this goes, because I want to see how Koichi improves his power. And I feel like he is
we got a little clip of
able
it.
To, I feel like he's going to be able to fully figure out how to really make it work for him.
Yeah, now he can stick to stuff. And I'm like, okay, wait, hold up. Your power is actually developing to be something like that could actually be dope, So
So, and maybe we'll get a better understanding of what his power actually is. And I think that's the problem. We don't really know what it fully is. We're just seeing it, how he was using it based on his knowledge. So
right.
Definitely something we're going to continue to look out for. What I'm not excited as much to look out for, Isekai Office Worker. The other world's books depend on the bean counter, if I'm saying that last part correctly.
All right. So I know somebody out there absolutely loved this, and maybe it will get better. But I struggle to stay awake through this show. This was hands down the worst of the 17 anime episodes we watched for the week 1 of winter anime.
I agree.
Was boring.
It was so boring.
And
the only thing that I'm seeing is the looks between the main character, who is now in this new world, and this other guy, and I'm like, what's with the looks? Can we figure something out? Like, do you know him? Or like, is this supposed to be a relationship? What type of relationship? I don't know. But I mean, you basically have an office worker who was somebody who was just thriving, who was just living to go to work in a whole new system. Now, it does seem like to give the anime some credit, there is some shady stuff going on with the regime that is there. So I'm assuming with his accounting skills, he'll be able to uncover something.
Was he 38 or something like that? And he
I
said
think so.
he was like, "Oh, I've been working hard my entire life," and they like, "Oh, well, now that you here, we'll pay for everything and you good." And he's like, "I just want to work. I want to do the same thing." You in a world full of magic and you want to be an accountant? What?
Nah.
And I knew that's what the anime was about, but I thought like Pharmacy in Another World was great.
Oh my God. Where is that at?
Great. Like that was a great
Where
anime.
is
So
that at?
you don't need a bunch of action and you can work a job in a different world. But this just was not. This was boring.
Mm-hmm.
This was boring. And I mean, I was like,
It
I'm gonna
did
give
not
it.
hold our attention. I kept tapping him. He like, I ain't sleep. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, you are.
I'm like, I'm gonna get, you know, what I mean, I'm gonna give it a few more episodes, but I'm like, you know, this just so far wasn't it.
It wasn't. So let us know, how did y'all feel about it? Are you familiar with it? Do you feel it get better?
Does it get better?
Does it get better? Don't give me no spoilers.
Don't tell me that. Oh, the first episode was excellent. No,
no,
stop it.
It wasn't.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't. And before y'all even say, well, you didn't even like Free Run, we didn't understand this about an accountant. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. But next up, Noble Reincarnation. This one has a long title as well. I'm just gonna stick with Noble Reincarnation. I think this was one of the ones that we ended up, when we were going through the list, it was like, oh yeah, there's another one we need to watch, because I don't even think we knew about. Oh no, you said Raul knew about this one, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. I believe
Yeah.
it was on his watch list, and
Mhm.
I was like, oh yeah, I'll add it to mine. But this actually turned out to kind of be kind of dope. It's giving
Yeah.
me, you know what I mean? It's I thought it was going to be like what was it, The Eighth Son? Are you kidding me, or something like that?
Yes.
I think I thought it was going to be something along those lines, but you kind of see, man, his older brothers kind of dicks.
The current the oldest one, that's like the
Crown Prince.
Is he Crown Prince or
Yeah.
King? Okay, he's not King yet. He's Crown Prince because his dad's still the king.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like him. I don't
no.
like him already. But the one who comes and sits with him and talks to
Mhm.
him, I like him. I feel like he's gonna have his back.
Yeah, basically.
But I don't trust the oldest one.
Basically giving your 6-year-old brother a cursed sword, like, oh, I thought it was going to kill him. You was a hoe.
Right.
Like,
just because you're mad that he's the prodigy and you're not.
yeah.
And I feel like that's what this is about to hit for. But I'm glad that the decisions that he's making at his young age, and of course this is an isekai as well, so he does have his previous life knowledge to help him in this life. So I'm glad that he's making the decisions to, when he goes to save the town for his worker, the girl who works underneath him, they go to save the town, and he's making moves to set himself up in a good way.
That slop they was feeding the people,
Egregious. It was clear water.
looked like classic British cooking. Like, that was terrible.
You're stupid.
He was like, nah.
There wasn't a damn thing in that bowl but
like,
water.
And then the one dude was like, oh, you dare talk to me like that? And he was like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, I sent you to death. I'm like, oh. Like,
he just held his hand. I ain't even put you can't even see my
Yeah.
hand. He just held his hand up and the sword came fly. I was like, oh, he done mastered it already.
Yeah.
But nah, that wasn't even bone broth.
No,
They ain't even put the bones in there.
Nah, and I don't know what kickback he was like, oh, they're getting a kickback. I'm like, nobody want to eat that. That look terrible, but yeah, this was a good one though. Definitely gonna be one I don't think a lot of people gonna be talking about.
It's probably going to be something that flies under the radar as well, but I think it's going to be a really good watch. So definitely make sure y'all are tuning in to watch this one.
Absolutely. We got next.
Next up, let's see. I'm gonna say that one for last. Dead Account. We're going to talk about Dead Account. I got another one, but Dead Account. So
Dead Account was nothing how I expected. Even reading the synopsis, it's not even the same.
Well, when you think about it, it kind of is. When you think about it. So he was trying to save his sister. Remember, we were trying to figure out if the sister was dead or not. because it was
But
about
remember the
her social
synopsis.
media.
Remember the synopsis said he'll do whatever for his videos to blow up, so
Mhm.
that he could pay his sister's medical bills.
Right, and he was
Right.
before she died.
And that's what I'm saying. So that was the synopsis of the whole show, not just the first episode. Like, so I'm like, holy crap! And then you like, not only is she dead, she's a demon.
Yeah, so
And she's trapped in the phone. Like, I'm like, oh, where did this go?
yeah, so you're basically with Dead Account, your social media ends up becoming what if you're tethered to it. It basically was hold your soul.
Well,
I
they
think
said people were tethered to their most
Noble's
prized
private
possessions,
possession.
and they said in today's world that's becoming the phone more and more.
That is scary to think
Yeah.
about.
So she was tied to her phone.
Realistically, that is very scary
Yeah.
to think about.
So even after she passed,
Mhm.
for weeks, he was just messaging her and like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm eating pudding, you know, and then all of a
Mhm.
sudden, finally, he got the messages back. And he kept talking to her. And I mean, one night he's just laying in the bed, dude standing above him with a giant hammer.
Yeah, I was like, "Excuse me?"
And he's like trying to crush his
Oh.
phone. And I'm like, oh, where did this go?
But before he was even trying to crush the phone, I'm sorry, he's standing over me with a hammer. It looks like he's trying to kill me.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh."
So, but
This one surprised me. It looked interesting from the trailer.
Mhm.
So I knew it was something we would like, but it actually gave me more to look forward to, I felt like.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can't wait for the next episode of this. This is another good one. Started off good.
Mhm.
You know, I'll say this. A lot of these animes start off good. They came out as bangers. I'm hoping they continue the trend,
Yes.
you know, because there are animes that have started off well and fell off. So,
Mhm.
you know, I'm hoping none of these, you know, do that, you know, but what we got
Yeah.
next?
We got Hell's Paradise. I was so glad to see Gabby Moru again.
Kind of Gabby Morrow.
Yeah.
Because
We got to figure out what's going on with him,
he
man.
still don't have his memories.
Yes.
But, you know, you have to see the one guy's made it off the island and
Which is crazy to me because no one was supposed to be made it off the island. And I
Mhm.
wonder if when when they were fighting the deities, if that's what allowed them to leave.
I don't know.
That's my guess. Do not spoil it for me, guys, because I really like Hell's Paradise.
Yeah.
So you know they're on the island. They're looking for the elixir of life. And basically we're down to just a few convicts and a few of the I'm gonna say samurai. I know it starts with a Y, but I don't remember their name.
Mhm.
But I enjoyed the first episode back.
Absolutely.
I can't say too much really kind of occurred, but we got to see more of the deities where they were training in that pool, which was really
Mhm.
weird. And then we got to see where the elixir of life is. So I'm like, they got to make it all the way there.
Also, their training in that room was kind of crazy.
Yeah. There was training in a pool, like
Yeah.
meditation training, and then there was like
Baki level training, if
Yeah.
you know what we talk about. But yeah,
missionary form.
but yeah, it's nice to have this one back. You know, I think this will continue to be fire.
Yeah.
Gabby Morrow's a dope character, you know,
Mhm.
and we get to, you know, continue the story.
Yeah, and I like the characters that he has around them, even though they're all criminals. I like to see how they, all move forward together
Absolutely.
through this. Because at this point, I'm like, I'm trying to do whatever we need to do to get off this island together alive.
Absolutely.
Like, if we get the elixir, great. But if not, let's get the hell off this island
Mm-hmm.
alive and together.
But they don't even care. They too busy fighting each other and
that's
killing
what I'm
each
saying.
other.
Like no one had to come to.
They don't care who's on the island with
Mm-mm.
them. They're like, all right, look, I'm killing anybody get in my way, they all die. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
this was great as always. So
Yeah.
what else we got?
We got Scum of the Brave.
Okay, so
Scum of the Brave.
this I really enjoyed also.
Mm-hmm.
The first episode, I'm trying to remember, like, so he didn't really, what was it? Like, there was the kind of creatures were kind of Why am I blanking on Scum of the Brave?
So this one is basically there's like a mafia
the Mafia
in
Got it.
Tokyo,
Okay, sorry.
and they can either turn into enhanced demon lords or the Braves. The Braves hunt the enhanced demon lords down. The one of the Grim Reaper, which we meet, which is Yashiro, that's the guy with the blonde hair. He basically ends up reluctantly taking in the apprentice, which is the girl with the cross in her eyes. Her name is Aki, I believe, and she comes from a high school that they have where they do the trainings as Braves. That's crazy to think about, that you have grown men doing this, and then they also have children training to become Braves. So basically, one of Aki's friends, or I think she might even been on a team with her, was taken. So either taken or killed. I cannot.
See, this,
and they're trying to go. They're basically going to go try to find her. Yeah, I think they're trying to find her. We don't know.
And she kind of dragged him into it. Yeah. Okay, so I remember this one. This was a good one, but I think this is one of the ones we watched earlier in the week, and it just got surpassed by just the hype and the presence of some of the other ones.
Yeah,
like this was good. This was good. I'm not taking anything away from it, but we watched so much heat after it.
Yes,
that it kind of got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, it's literally in the fading into the back. You don't really remember it, but I definitely think it's going to be something we continue to.
Oh, absolutely! I'm going to continue watching it because I really did enjoy it. But
bean counter, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, so we'll still keep up on it to give it a chance. We'll give it a few episodes.
One of the anime's titles, and we're getting to the end of our list here, guys. That I was excited about this when we seen the trailer, and then I was even more when I actually seen it. Jack of all trades, party of none. So this one, and a lot of these anime, I'm not that I'm finding out now, but as we continue to watch more and more and get exposed to them, a lot of these have the kind of same running themes. Betrayal from a childhood friend out of the hero party. So basically, Orun is the loyal enhancer of the party, and basically ends up being branded as a jack of all trades, which is supposed to be a master of none, right?
Yeah.
So, and it's because he ends up becoming a sword fighter because that's what they needed. When
he became an enhancer.
No, I thought he was an enhancer and he picked up the sword because
he had the sword, but they said his friend was better with the sword, so they forced him to be an enhancer.
And then when they teamed up with the best enhancer there is,
they realized he wasn't that great of enhancer, but she knew that he actually was like that as an enhancer.
She basically made enhancers, the idea of an enhancer, come to light.
Yeah.
How can you compare that to someone else?
But even she said, she was like, he was casting stuff I couldn't do.
Right.
She was like, his I guess cooldown time essentially. She was like, was insane.
Right.
She was like, he was constantly going. She was like, that team's going to be weak without him.
Right. And it's crazy when you hear that conversation because you think of, like, in life, you think of somebody who can do all things but can't really ever master one thing, which is where the name of Jack of all trades, master of
But yeah, remember he said, I'm a swordsman and y'all made me be an enhancer.
That's right.
And
that's right.
They was like, well, you had to be an enhancer because your friend was already better than you as a swordsman. Now, they made a pact as kids that they was going to, basically take over as a party and blah, 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 become the strongest party. And his friend just kind of hoed him out. Was just like, oh, well, we don't need you no more.
Everybody's betraying everybody.
Yeah,
ain't nobody loyal.
Yeah, so... But they're I'm interested to see how this continues. We got the one girl that was part of their party. Their party was called Heroes, right? Yeah, they were the Hero party. Yeah, the Hero party. So the one girl, she's like, no, we need you. So I'm interested to see, does she come back and join, you know, what he's gonna build
Yeah, if she'll
now?
try
Does
to
she
reach
move
out to him
on?
again because he basically is like, "Nah, F this, I'm out."
Yeah. So yeah, but this
And this what happened when she was away, right?
yeah,
She wasn't there. Yeah,
yeah.
see, a lot of this
Because he
anime have
said
same running themes.
she would have took his side, but the other
Mhm.
members of the group
Group
were the ones that
going to
kicked him
figure it
out.
out.
And
Yep.
he was like, she was the one that would have took his side. But yeah, so yeah, a lot of betrayal. You
Mhm.
know, we see it a lot. I mean, Talker was a betrayal one, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yes,
they kicked
I
him out in
liked
Talker.
Talker, World's Famous Talker. That
What's
was a good anime.
the one you mentioned? The Slums. That was another one.
Brilliant Healer.
But yeah, like
Mhm.
so this is a constant theme, you know, in anime, and it's usually the strongest person getting
Mhm.
kicked out. You know,
But one thing that I can say about all of those titles that we just made, none of the stories are actually the same.
no, it's the premise of it is
The
the
premise
same,
of
but
it is
yeah.
the same, like the running theme, but the story around it
hmm
all
And they're all usually very well done.
Yeah.
They're not, you know, anime of the year candidates, but they're always solid watches. And
Mhm.
I think this is going to be just like that, just a solid watch, you know.
Mhm.
But this story has a chance to really be great. We just have to see where they go from here. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, you know, what else do we have?
All right, let me make sure we got everything before we go to the one that I wanted to talk about. And yes, let me get this right. Shibo Yugi, playing death games to put food on the table. This one caught me completely off guard. Now, the name in itself should have made a hint, but I wasn't ready for this anime. But
No.
it was good.
No.
It was so good.
If you enjoy Saw,
Yes.
any type of
Final
those
Destination
movies
type
like that,
movies like that. Yes.
you will enjoy this anime. Now I have to see if it keeps up, but the first episode was phenomenal.
It, honestly,
And the ending, oh my good, I wasn't prepared for that.
I wasn't either.
I was not prepared for
I'm
that
not
ending.
even going to say what happened because you gotta watch it.
Mm-mm.
You gotta watch it. But man, I'll say this: when she hit the floor, that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, so I mean, this they are basically they are trapped in this game,
Yes.
and if you die in the game,
they join the game.
yeah, yeah, you join the game, and they do it for different reasons, for money, for whatever reason, to pay back debts, whatever. And if you die in the game, you die in real life. But there's a bunch of traps and puzzles and all that, and like I said, just like Saul, you got to figure it out, or die.
And our MC Yuki is doing this at 17 years old. That she is a professional death game player. So survival is a must.
Oh, and just the things that go on in this first episode. If I don't know if this was the number one first episode of the week for me. If not number one, it's probably number two.
I agree.
Because I'm about to say this was phenomenal. This first episode, it had me like, huh? What did I just watch? What do you mean? Oh, she's dirty. Oh, why would you do that? Like it's like just mouth agape the entire episode. Like, oh my God. So this is
if gore ain't your thing. Now let me say this. It's not gore in a traditional sense. So it's not gore bloody, but it's situational gore and thriller and suspense. And it was fantastic.
I mean, when the first girl found the key and just standing there, and then you just
the whole part of the key made me mad. I was like, hurry up. Why are y'all moving so fucking slow? Hurry up.
This.
And then, and y'all won't watch it. And then they did all that and would have had to make choices in the end.
Oh my God. That ending. And they was just sitting there like, and I'm like, bruh, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
So what I want to know is in real life, because we know that if they die in real life, or they die in real life, but in real life outside of the game, do they get to see each other? Do they get to know each other?
I don't
Is
thi- I
there
think
like
it's
that's what I
maybe
kind of want to know.
the
But
mental toll that would take on you. I would rather
yes,
not know these people at all. Like, I'd rather not know anything about them because
could you
that
imagine somebody
especially
getting
if
over on you?
you got to make those decisions.
Yes,
And
and then
no,
you happen to see that person outside
no,
in the convenience store
it's
at
on
a
site.
7-Eleven getting some ramen.
It's on site. Yeah, it's on site. But no,
Oh, it's so tight.
this was a phenomenal start to an anime, and this is this is how you get people to come back.
He didn't know about this one.
No,
I don't know how I found it, but I was like, what?
yeah,
All right, we're
this-
going to figure it out. And then I ain't telling nothing else about it because I don't even think we watched anything about this. We didn't talk about it. I just had him watch it. And we were just so like, oh my God. Oh my God.
This is how you get people to come back to watch anime. That was a fire start.
Yes. I was honestly, I'll just call a spade a spade. Sentenced to be a hero, Shibu Yogi playing death games.
And
like,
that's kind of where I was
that's
at.
where I'm at with the week one.
That's what I was at. I was like, it's gotta be one of them two. But there was a lot of heat.
Yes.
And I ain't even gonna lie. Winter is looking significantly better than fall because
yes,
fall was kind of weak, to be honest with
It
you.
was.
Fall was kind of weak.
it was. But I think a lot of the continuing anime might have saved it,
Mhm.
honestly. But yeah,
But just
that-
the new anime alone, Winter brought some heat.
off to a great start.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all get into these comments, like, share, and subscribe. Let us know how y'all feeling about week one. We know we're a little bit behind. We're catching up on week 2 and 3 now.
Mhm.
So I just need to watch some more. I'm ready to go watch some stuff now. We gotta get off here.
Absolutely.
Until always, I don't know.
I actually like the way that sounds. Until always. Okay.
Until always. No,
But,
you
hey.
didn't. You didn't
No,
like that at all.
I actually did. So,
Well,
till next time
until next time, we'll be watching.
and reacting.
Peace.
Doses.